Okay, now we're back in order. This is good. Tonight, Wednesday night, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, as you all know, coming on. Let's see. Oh, yes, we have a discount code that is pinned lip for 15% off for 24 hours. This is a really great way to, if you see something that might work for you, you get a little discount, just a little incentive for spending your time with me here tonight. It's like midweek, hump day. Just wanting to really dive into lipsticks, lip liner, and lip gloss. It's just my little masterclass today. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Darlene from California. Julie, Linda, Marie, Pennsylvania. Carol from Pittsburgh. Wanda. Good evening, ladies. This is very exciting. This is actually a really, really good class because we're just going to focus in on lips. Obviously, I always show up on camera without makeup on because I'm going to just do a natural look for you so you can follow along. Do I find it to be increasingly harder to show up on camera as I'm aging since I've been on YouTube for 15 years and seeing my face change? Some days, yes, I do. But I reframe it because it is what it is. So that's what I say to myself. South Florida, Linda, Gina, Pennsylvania, Joe Carroll. Welcome, ladies. Fran from Chicago. It's getting cooler, I think. I think everybody's going to be doing a little transition into fall weather soon. Here we have one beautiful season. Linda, Antoinette, beautiful name. Welcome. So I hope that you are really prepared for talking about lipstick, lip liner, lip gloss, prepping your lips. And every problem you have, just put them in the comments. I'm going to be able to read them as we go through here. I'll ask you if you have any questions each step we do. I'm not going to really focus in on getting through my makeup tutorial because it's really about the lips. So I just wanted you to see what I would do. I'm going to show you every single color that I have in the line. We've added one more, which is the Fleur. So now we have 9 lipstick colors. We have the Rose Lip Balm. Doesn't really count as a lipstick because it's a balm and it's colorless. But then I have 7 lip glosses that we'll talk about. And then I have 7 lip liners. And of course, our new Dream Melt lip mask that comes into play with this also. So we're going to just prep the skin. It's 8:02. Got to be on time for class, ladies. You know, you want to get all of the really great tea about everything that's going on in the Nicole Beauty world. All right. I have a video going live tomorrow on my YouTube that is about the recap of the New York trip. I've had it. I just finished editing it because I had so much of my own B-roll that I just felt like I would be able to really tell the story of how the whole exciting trip went and what we did and all the things. So that's for tomorrow. You have that wonderful video. I have a mini series coming up for you on makeup techniques, which is really fabulous. It's little bite size, like 15 minutes, talking about certain specific ways to, do a trick or a hack. So it's not a full YouTube video per se. Like I'm not going through all of the things. Maybe you don't have enough time to watch that. So I've cut it down to a little mini series for a month. And so you'll have one each week. So I think that's going to be exciting. That's coming out soon. I already did those. I'll start rolling those out. We have some new Fierce Aging ladies that are also coming to the channel on YouTube. It's a really great series that I do featuring women over 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, because that's how we play here. We play real, we play exciting, we play fierce, bold, and unapologetic. And that's what we do. So I'm going to prep my skin first, pretty much using the same things that I simply use. This is not a whole skincare routine per se. I'm just going to moisturize my skin because we need to moisturize my skin. And thank you, Phyllis. How sweet. You're right here in Florida. That's wonderful. Linda from Canada, Marsha from Dallas. We're all joining in. I know it's only 4 minutes into it, but I'm very excited to start and because we have a lot to cover when it comes to lipsticks. Taking off. My lips are going to be completely raw, but I hope that I have a little essential face wipes. I don't know. It has essential oil in it, so probably it's not good, but I couldn't find any baby wipes. We're going to be okay. But to take on and off the lipstick, I got to get on Instagram so I can see the YouTube. We want everyone to be involved in all the questions. I want to see we're live. So it's always, hold on a second. It's always so scary when I go on any platform because I don't Let's see. All right, let's get to my, why is it, 1 second. I do know how to use this, but I don't know what's going on. Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. All right. I'm going to have to just search for myself and then we can go live. Oh, here I am. Hold on. Shoot. Here we are. It's not showing me for some reason. This is weird. Don't normally have this problem. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try again. If I can't get on, ladies. Oh, I was live. Now I'm not live. Here I am. Oh, here we are. Okay, good. I did it. So proud of myself. All right, turn it down. Okay, here we go. Nothing like seeing yourself out of the corner of your eye, but in like behind the time. Oh, I have two different earrings. We're going to play with two because we're going to talk about color when it comes to your undertones with your lip and everything. So I have gold, which is warm. It's a warm undertoned. If you have undertone, if warm undertones, gold's really nice. But guess what? I break all the rules and I wear gold all the time. I wear bright yellow, and these are the silver ones. So we're going to just see what it looks like when we put on different colors. I think that'll be nice. Why do I feel like I'm so low? I'm going to just lift up a second. Everybody's still joining, so this is good. All right, good. Am I higher? I don't know. Seems a little strange. Then we're going to talk about how I did get my colors done. I am a summer, so I kept this little fabulous swatch book. You see this? These are all my colors. And I told my rep, I was like, that I'm going to break all the rules. She's like, it's just a guideline. I'm like, I know, but this is such a great, fabulous thing. This is from House of Color. We'll go a little information on that. I did a whole YouTube video, so you can watch that also. If you want to see what I did at my appointment and how she kind of did my colors, very interesting. I know all you ladies you were saying so much to me years ago, like I'm a summer, I'm a winter, I'm in this, I'm in that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to challenge this theory. I'm going to do my own research. And so I booked the appointment and I did it in Palm Beach and it was very interesting. I really enjoyed it actually. So, and it's really spot on, to be honest with you. So I do follow it when I'm like looking for new things from styling something. All right, so let me just put on this face serum first. We're just going to prep the skin. I'm going to do a natural look because I want to be able to change into all these different colors of lipsticks. What happened to the serum I just had? Oh, here it is. All right, so I'm going to just use, this is Sonsi. It's just a serum. I'm working through it. They sent it to me. It's Pamela Anderson's line, and I like it because it's nice and light. It's not greasy. It's compatible with my product. So it makes my face feel really good, and I don't have to keep layering. I get enough moisture with this, so this is really nice. My skin has been parched. I was going to film today, but it didn't. So I would have, I was really looking forward to putting makeup on with you tonight because you know what we're going to do too? I find this combination so great. I have the serum on, and then I'm going to use the Clarins Beauty Balm Flash or Beauty Flash Balm. It's a tightening and radiance boosting. I use it in one of my upcoming videos. It's really fabulous because it's really supposed to give you that radiance. It really preps your skin too, and it works fabulous with Fiercely Smooth. And in the way your BB cream goes on or your serum, it's almost like it grips it. It's really nice. Now, I did read though that you're not supposed to use this all the time. It's really events, special events, or because if you have to take a break from it, this said, I don't know. I got to do a little bit more research. As an esthetician, I don't know why someone said that on YouTube. So we're going to have to dive into that a little bit, but I don't really think so. It says to apply a thin layer, which is what I'm doing. And, a really good test when you're doing maybe new product serum or you're trying something like this, if you start to get pilling right away, you know that it's not going to be able to layer with whatever you put underneath it. Now, I'm tending to use a little too much of this. Like I just put out a little a little squeeze, but now I could go down on my neck. I'm not going to because I have on this black top, and I wore black just so we weren't competing with anything. But look, I can't even usually, you know what? This is what I usually do sometimes. I know it's so silly, but I try to like suck it back into the bottle and it works sometimes. I just do it. I know it's probably really weird. I mean, who does that? But it does work. So if you're patient, I don't like to I don't like to waste product that I really like. So look, I almost got it all in there. So you'll have to be patient with me when I do this because this is a really fabulous product and I just don't have it in me tonight to wipe it on the towel. So that's what we're going to do. I bet you I could have like a whole account on putting product back into, right? I'm sure that there would be an audience that wants to see the magic happen. Okay, well, I did it. Yay. I just put it on the top and then I go like this and it sucks it down. So we didn't waste anything. This is making me feel fabulous. It does, it does. It's interesting how it feels on the skin. I feel like it's snatching my face. Is that possible? We're going to go with it tonight. Now, I'm going to put on my Fiercely Smooth because now I just do like 2 pumps. I don't need a lot. I'm going to go right into this, I have texture here and I like to have that more, even and smooth when I put on my BB cream. So I concentrate on more of my T-zone. My skin's very reactive also underneath my eyes, as you can see on my YouTube channel when I am doing anything. And then it goes down. I think it's from all the trauma I had with filler back in the day. I really do. It has to be. I don't know why not. Why? Well, what else it be? I retrace my steps, and that's my theory. All right, so now we're really set up for a fabulous foundation once we get to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my eye primer, and this is going to neutralize out my eyes first. My eyes are, hold on, I gotta just make sure you're there. I think that I was. Do I look more clear now? All right, well, I have these contacts in too that seem to be, they like work great some days, and then some days I'm like, I don't know. So now we are going to do the eyes. Let's brighten the eyes. We have to start with that first. Eye primer is happening with my concealer brush, and I'm going to just neutralize out. Do you see the pigmentation? All right, I'm going to get really excited about every single step. This is just going to erase all of my pigmentation on my eye into that inner corner, coming out, lash line to my brow bone. Hello, night and day. Like there's nothing to say. So I'm going to go up. If you have oily eyelids, I would recommend that you cleanse and prep your eyelids properly before you just go into a cream product, any cream product. I say this when I say this, I'm telling you for all your products. Like you can't go on an oily surface with a creamy product. It's not going to work. If I were you, I would use an eyelid wipe. You can get them at CVS, drugstore, whatever. I use Rinse from Cornicare, and I wipe around my whole eye, making sure that I'm removing any oils. You can also use Dr. Perry Cohn's Eyelid Lift Serum. It's made for your eyelid. It's the only product I will put on my eyelid. See? Eyelid Lift Serum. So that is going to help you. If you have crepey eyes, your eyes are dry, all of the things. Like think about it. You have to start prepping your skin in order to have phenomenal makeup, any makeup. So this is your first step. Now I have beautifully brightened eyelids. Now they're not dark. So when I go in with a matte shadow like this is a strong brew, it's not going to be muddy. I can't do that look. Honestly, it totally affects my whole entire mood. I can't take shadow and go to pigmented, unprepped skin. It doesn't make sense. It's like, it's gonna do an analogy, but I would probably come out wrong. So we'll just skip that. But basically, I'm going to now place the eyeshadow, the middle color, on the lid like this, just right up into kind of like my crease. Not a big deal. You could do this all over first, the lightest color, then do this in your crease. It just depends on your vibe, what you're feeling like. I'm going to do it just like this. This eyeshadow palette I'm using is called Strong Brew because I felt that mature women are like a strong cup of coffee. Like they're brewed black and it's strong. They're not diluted. So this is where I came up with the Strong Brew. Felt like it was very appropriate for us. I'm going to go in with my short smudge brush, going into the darkest color here. And I'm going to really create the liner. I'm going to just create, I'm lifting up. Now, I don't have to worry about anything on my skin because I don't have, I'll get all my pad in a minute, but I don't have anything on my skin besides what we prepped. It's fine. But I don't have concealer and color corrector and BB cream and everything's fabulous. And then you have to go back and bake your whole face. So anything that falls down and then you're left, we don't do that. Like we don't do that. If you want to do that, you can do that. But the way I teach is that less is more. You want radiant skin. You want to really think about this. Like, okay, if I have any fallout, no big deal. I can just clean up. And then when I go to do my color corrector or just my concealer or my foundation tinted moisturizer, my skin will look phenomenal because it's not getting muddied up in any of this. So this is a little skip because that's where it creases a little bit. We don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to connect it. It's a little low, but you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm going to lift it up. So this is what I do if I want to. Maybe I don't want to do a liner. You know, I always do a liner. But let me see. Let's wipe it off a second. I feel like it's a little too much right there. I like that to be a little bit less. And then I'll bring it out. So now if I diffuse it down like that, I can go over it with my dark chocolate waterproof eyeliner to intensify it. So there's really no way you're going to screw this up because it's supposed to be smudgy. It's supposed to be, so look, it just looks like I have a little bit of shadowing. Now here, we're going to lift that up. Don't worry. Let's do the other eye. Same way. Base of the lashes. This brush is so small. Do you see? It's so small. That's the whole point. You're putting it right there on the lash line, right? So this is why your brushes are your tools. They work for you. They don't work against you. So this makes it very easy for you. You don't have to work hard. Now, if you're using the wrong brushes, if they are not super ultra soft and feeling amazing on your mature eye, you shouldn't be dragging your mature eye. You don't want to stretch anything. You want to keep it as intact as possible. So you want the softest brushes on. These are 100% vegan, and I made them ultra soft because, and I always test this theory. I don't just say this. When I'm on Fierce Aging with my ladies, I ask them, does this feel comfortable for you? Does this scratch your eye? And they're like, no, I don't even feel it. It feels so good. That's what they say on camera. Because if they were saying something opposite, which I know they would, because I always tell them, like, this is all about being 100% honest. That's what the Fierce Aging is all about. It's about being raw and real and telling it like it is. And those ladies do. So if they felt that my brushes were not soft, they would say something to me. And then guess what I would do? I would change it. I would fix it. I would figure out what the issue was. So this is why you can really sit there and be like, okay, I just put on a ton, but I can do this forever because I don't feel like it's creating redness on my lash line. It's not dragging my eyelid. So this is a really nice way to just get a little smoky. If you have a little bit left, you can go underneath. If you don't like to do eyeliner on the bottom, I will tap a little bit because I needed just a little bit. I'm just balancing it out. It's bright light. I'm going to change my hair up. I put on a post last night. I've been looking at Pinterest, trying to avoid all the AI images, which is totally freaky. Let me get my eyelash. Oh, wait, eyelash. I'm going to get my, gosh, I can't even, my wording tonight is very, very compromised. Getting my eye makeup remover. I just, for some reason, I want to say eyelash. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just clean up a little bit while I tell you. I've been trying to find inspiration because it'll be 10 years that I've been gray. I went gray in October 2015. Let me think about this. I had just finished, I think, I can't remember. I think I've blocked this all out. I think I finished my fifth IVF. No, I think I was on my fourth. Oh, God, I don't know. But I stopped dying in October because I was about to turn 40. And I just realized it's going to be 10 years. And then I was looking on Pinterest, like, should I change it up? You know how you always feel like you got to change it up? Let me do something different. You always get in trouble when you do that. So I was thinking, I've had the classic bob because I just cut it all off in that February of 2015. And I thought, should I do something different? So I put up a carousel of like all these different people. I know the first two have to be AI. They're not real people, but then Jackie O's on there. And then I had such a good time with my audience and the comments. I was laughing so hard. I mean, the recommendations and the names of different hairstyles, I couldn't. I was like, this is the best. This was like the best evening to really like, I was having fun. So if you have an opinion about if you think I should change it up and do something different, leave a comment on Instagram on my second to last post so we can kind of chit chat about what I'm going to do. I'm going to surprise you though. I will surprise you. It'll be fun. My mom's probably watching this right now thinking, oh my gosh, not again. Because in my early 20s, I cut it like Sharon Stone with no one knowing. I cut it all off and I felt so free. I loved it. I literally woke up in the morning and I just like ran my hands through it with gel and I was like, we're good. And then the growing out period was a nightmare, but I really liked it. People thought I lost my mind, but everybody says it grows back. It's so true, but it grows back. Not like, oh, one day it's short, the next day you're like, okay, it's a very painful growing out process. So that's the only thing that holds me back on some wild adventures because, Nikita Banana, my alter ego, can come out and then it's all over. Then we don't know what's going to go on. Who knows? You never know. All right, so I'm using the Shuamura eyelash curler because this is the only eyelash curler that I believe really does do its magic and it doesn't ruin your lashes. So I love the Shuamura. It's my favorite. I've used it on my YouTube for the last 15 years. We're going to just do a little dark chocolate because I do have a little line, but I want to make it, we're going to have fun with the lipstick. So, and all of the lip stuff. So I just want it to be just a little bit more. We don't have to be like so natural. So I'm just going right to the base of the lash, following what I did with the shadow, and I'm just building it up, which does make a dramatic difference. See, you get that really nice definition. You can do it all across if you want to. I kind of just taper it down. I don't really go into that inner corner. I really like to concentrate more on this outer coming out. I don't want to like come back down in. So I'm going to go right here and lift up, come down. And then I can literally make it go up. Do you see? I'll take a little bit there. You have a little bit of time to work with this. It's a creamy pencil. Probably very unusual for some of you to use something that's soft like this. So it feels really good on the eye, especially mature eye. You have to use my pencil sharpener though, because it goes together. It's not going to ruin your eyeliner or lip liner. But I have to tell you always, it's a rounded tip. See that? It's never going to be a point. So if you sit there and you keep doing it, you're going to ruin the pencil. So I only have to, so it's kind of a little bit down now. When I put it in, I'll go 1 turn, 2 turns. And I feel like a little click, like where I finish it. That's enough. See that? That's all you need. You don't need to keep going. It doesn't need to be super long. You want it to be shorter. And this is very highly pigmented. So if you are using your eyeliner and it's super like a sharp, dry kind of tipping, you're going back and forth, you can't get your eyeliner on. It's going to be very different for you because you're pressing much harder than you need to do with this eyeliner. So you need to first start off with like, okay, let me see. Because if you don't, it's going to be like everywhere because you're going to press too hard. It's soft. It's made for your eye. So you don't want to get crazy. I just need to always mention that because if you don't know, then you go for it and you're like, that wasn't a good idea. All right. So I did the eyeliner, just a little simple. I'm not going to do it underneath. I'm going to now just go into my Volume Up mascara, my Hourglass, beautiful, feminine little tube that I created on purpose, like that. I'm going in with my black mascara. We do have brown coming out. I will keep updating you on my lives so you have it in real time when I have a date. I'm working on getting a better date for you. So hopefully we can, just waiting to hear back. So this is my nice, beautiful water resistant mascara. I go to the base, almost like front loading, and I lift up. So you're going to get every single little baby lash that you think you don't have. Base, you rest it, it's like a comb. And then I can just use the tip here to like kind of fan it out. It's just really beautiful. I wear contacts. It's fine for sensitive eyes. And I go a little slow so I can get really that beautiful fringe. Do you see how that eyeliner just darkened it up just a little bit? I'm not taking up a ton of real estate. I just got it right there in the lashes, makes it look darker. Anyone in the audience have the Volume Up mascara? I would love to. Sandra, you want the brown? I know it's coming out. Very exciting. It's fabulous. I'm very excited. You asked for it, so we did it. We saw it on the lives and we were like, okay, we see that everybody really wants to have a brown. So we'll see. I think my Instagram family just has a problem on my live. I don't know why, but you can always hop over to my app, Nicole Beauty app, or my Nicole Beauty website. You can jump on TikTok if they're not having issues, or Facebook. But the app and the website you won't have a problem with at all. I don't think. I hope not. So here we go. It's really nice when you use a wand to get your lashes instead of rolling over them. Oh, I just asked you a question, so let me see. Luann said just only mascara she will use. This is wonderful. I know. When you get on it, you don't really realize it until you switch it off. When you go to another one. Catherine, thank you so much. That's really nice. Most natural and not horrible to remove. Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. That's a really nice thing. This is something you use every day. This should be something that you enjoy. Oh, Instagram's back up. So let's try it again. Okay. Hold on. I just want to make sure I can. Oh, here we are. Okay. I'm back. Wonderful. So we have mascara on. We're moving through the process. You know, this is my favorite part when I get to the complexion because that gives me so much joy to really nicely kind of alter the color. I'm going to just use a little eye balm here. This is where is it? This is the company I'm using. I picked it up at Sephora just because I saw it and I thought I'm going to try it. It's easy, right? It's just so I don't spend a lot of time doing my eyes. Very lightweight. If you really need a ton of moisture, I don't think you would love that. It's very, very like watery light, but we'll see if you do. I like it because it's during the day. Just Peachy I'm using to just kind of get rid of this little area here. It's been really working well with my Clarins Total eye serum. I've seen a big difference, but you know, I still have a little bit of this pigmentation going up into that inner corner. I'm not bringing it so close to underneath my eye. You know why? Because I don't need to push all of that underneath my eye and get a lot of creasing. So I keep it down and it's going to move, but by the time it moves up towards my under eye, it's not going to be a full capacity. It's going to be diluted a little bit. Taking my concealer brush and then I just start here working it into the skin and then I'll just come up to underneath my eyes. So basically, this is pushing it. I'm not sweeping it all around. I don't that's going to do nothing for me. It's going to look streaky. It's going to like what? Why are you even putting on a color corrector? Like it's not going to be there. So this is perfect right underneath my eyes right now. I just have enough product. I'll take a little bit. I went down here. I could really do my no redness for the redness, but this is about lips tonight, so we'll just keep it simple. Not a big deal. So, like I was saying before, if you had eyeshadow and you really couldn't see it um, because you couldn't see it and you started going over with your Just Peachy, you know what this is going to look like right here? Like you have a bruise on your eye right there. You want it clean. That's why we do eyes first, and then you do your complexion. So I just lightened up that area here. It makes me feel really happy. Very nice. I think I need to get that right there burned off at the dermatologist. That's another reason probably why I had some hyperpigmentation. So now we're going to, should I do a little concealer right now? Let's do the BB cream and then take it up and see if we feel like we still need it. You know what though? Let's do this. These beautiful, I don't even know, we need new names for these little guys here on the side. We have our love lines, our linen lines, our wisecracks. We have all of that. What do we call the pigmentation on the side of our face? Oh, you know, I think it's because society hasn't created a nasty name. We don't need to, right? It's just when we have to like combat the crow's feet situation, we have changed that. We don't like that word or the words. But actually, someone said to me that it had like a positive thing. I don't know. So when I looked it up, it was not so fabulous. So that's why I wanted to change it for us. Because every time I said it on video, I thought, what am I saying? That sounds so weird. I'm talking about a woman's face, which I don't know. It just wasn't vibing with everything. It just seemed odd. That's why I decided to rename them. BB cream, light medium. This is a beautiful product, semi-matte, not greasy, not all over the place, not too heavy, not too thick, fragrance free. So I'm going to just do pump and a half. That's what I like to do. I use a foundation buffing brush. It's very simple. Just tap it in like this. And then I always start because I want to see, I want to have the feeling of what's on the brush. Then I'll start to buff it into the skin. So I'm going to take it right up to where I put on the color corrector. I think this will be nice. Just to see, we don't need, maybe we don't need to have a concealer. Not always. Sometimes. I would take this all the way down on my neck. That's not going to be good like with the black. So I'll do a little semi, a little bit more left on my hands, coming up. Feels really nice. It's so light. You don't know you're wearing it, but you get this beautiful airbrushed finish. You get more of like that buffed skin finish. So you don't need a lot of coverage to cover up the pigmentation. So if you feel though, I've seen here on the lives, if you feel like you just get streaking and everything, look at your moisturizer, look at how you're layering your product. Maybe your SPF is just too much. That's when you're going to start seeing streaking because the layering underneath it is not working with what you're doing. So again, I mostly like I do buff, as you can see, but I like to, it's almost like I'm doing a little bit more of like a push buff instead of a rounded buff. That's kind of like what I like to do, making sure I get around the nose. Sometimes I go over the lips, but we're going to prep them with a little exfoliant first. And I don't want to have that on there too. So let's just put a little blush on. I'm going to just keep it, this is like a neutral look. And I'm going in with the Classic Beach Glow bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I'm going to take the middle. This is the blush. Going in with my foundation brush. I just press it in like this. You can use your fingers too if you want to. I just do a little smile, lift it up. Oh, it's just really beautiful. Just enough. It looks like it like sinks into your skin. It doesn't sit on top. It's a beautiful creamy product. So we're going to This is made for mature skin because being an esthetician and a makeup artist and touching your skin every week, I know how I want it to lay on the skin. I know what I want it to look like. Going into the highlighter at the bottom here, I'm going to go right over these beautiful lines. I made it so you could. It's not disco ball. It's not greasy. It's not going to be like all these micro pearls or anything like that. It's just really, you get that like really beautiful glow. You can see that on the cheek. That's what I need. I don't want dull skin. I mean, that's what we really combat is like dull skin, looking plain. You know, that's what I hear on the channel all the time. So I'm going to just take the tip of this brush and I'm going to go into the bronzer just like this. I use one brush for all three. I love the fact that it's like all mixed together and it really, really blends really nicely together. So look, I just got just a little bit. And I don't feel like I have to use a million brushes like to keep it simple. So I use this brush for my Classic Beach Glow. Just right in there. I'm going to take this down a second. It's like a little low. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. That was weird. So was making my head and hair not compatible together. All right. So we have just a very nice, simple look together, right? Eyes and cheeks are together, like looking nice, very matte palette, staying in with the neutrals, strong brew, again, with the eyeshadow, dark chocolate eyeliner, mascara, and beautiful, just really just treating the skin. We'll see if I need concealer. Once I finish, if I feel like I need to have a little bit more, but I will set it. Let's set with the Nikita Banana. We're going to just use the eyeshadow blending brush, roll it in like this, not a lot. This is what I call my soft set technique. You just use it underneath just like that. That's where I want to set. So now I won't be using concealer because I already set it, which is fine. Perfect. That's all I need. So let's talk about a really great brush that comes in your kit or you can buy individually, and that's the concealer lip brush. So you can use this side though also for lip if you wanted it to be a little bit, you know, bigger, or you can use it for concealer. It's up to you. This concealer brush that I have created just comes separately. It does not come in your eyeshadow or your essential makeup kit. So this does on the website show you that there's 10 brushes that come in your little pink travel set, but this is not one of them, just so you know. So that's a different concealer brush. But what's nice about this is that you can use it for your lip or your concealer. It has a cap on it. And then you pull out the other side and you have your precision lip brush. Okay, so that's really nice when you're doing darker colors. We'll use that tonight because sometimes using the bullet and trying to get into the corners, it's just not cute. So you want to have a lip brush like that. All right, before I start, I've had this, so I'm going to use it. This is called the lip polish from La Mer. I bought it. Yes, you can make your own. You can make your own lip scrub. I just love trying products. And that's what I do for a living. This is the lip little brush it comes with. So it's textured. And this is like a salt scrub. It smells beautiful. But you know what's so interesting? Yes, it's very pricey. You can make your own lip scrub. You can DIY it. You can go on every single platform and they'll tell you how to do it. But what I find really interesting about this one is that I don't feel like I have a lot of oil all over my lips. It's like very particular. So there's a ton of formulas out there. I'm just not a big fan of a lot of them. I don't really feel like making my own. So I just have this and it lasts forever. So it's a very small area that I'm doing. I do have a little lip balm on right now, but I'm going to just take a little bit out of this. I haven't done this in a while, so this will be great. And I'm going to just take it on my lip and then exfoliate my lips. You don't need a lot. I think I maybe could have used probably a tiny bit less, but all right. Give a nice little treatment to your lip. It's nice that this is like textured. So I'm going to get a nice lip treatment tonight. It's like a little pepperminty, a little bit. Let me get a little water. That would help. I don't really want to eat this. Your lips feel so good after. Little invigorated. Don't go too hard though, because now, hold on, I gotta just make sure I didn't take off any of my BB cream around my face. But don't go too hard because you can irritate your lips very easily. So now I have beautifully primed lips, feeling good. Now, what you could do is you could do that as your nighttime treatment. And depending on your lips, I wouldn't overdo it, but you could do your little DIY or your La Mer scrub on your lips at night. And then you can put on your Dream Melt Lip Mask. This is a new product that I was launching in New York last month. You'll hear about it tomorrow if you tune into my video that goes live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is just beautiful. It has safflower oil in it. It's fragrance free. I made the tip with a silicone angled tip because I wanted it to be very comfortable at night when you're putting it on. It's like a little treatment for yourself, like you're part of your wind down. I do have this. We just happened to decide to offer the PR boxes that I created that I spent like my whole existence for the last 2 months with my eye was like, it's still twitching. I don't know why it still is, but this beautiful box comes with an eye mask that I made that was wider and it's like pillowy. It's very comfortable. It doesn't like squeeze on your head. So I have that in there with the Dream Lip Mask. And so that's on a special. It's very, very limited. But when we launch it, you can sign up for the wait list now because it is on the website. But once we sell out, it will never come back. Like that will never come back. So it's a really great opportunity to take part in what we offered to the editors and influencers in New York City to launch this beautiful product. So I worked on it for 2 years, the product, and I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I know you're going to love it because it's the right consistency and hydration. And, you know, I love wearing mouth tape now. And I was wearing a coat all across my mouth, which is fine, but now it made my Dream Lip Mask that much more important because I have learned how to get this even with oils or moisturizers at night for the mouth tape to stay. It's just really interesting. But now I moved to a different mouth tape. I think it's right here. This makes much more sense, I think, for funny thing was I was looking up on Nordstrom and then they actually sent it to me. It's Vital. It's called VIO2. So look, it's not the whole mouth. It's just like a little this goes on the top and then here. So it just holds it. So now I put all the Dream Lip Mask on and I'm not covering the whole lip, but it was still okay if I did, but I actually really like these. So I was surprised because I thought, well, those probably don't work. And they're the best ones that I've tried so far. So the Dream Lip Mask comes in handy. You have to have that. You still have to have that moisture on in the morning. That was always my big test. That did my lips still have moisture on them? So we are going to now talk about we've exfoliated our lips. We're going to hydrate them. You know what? Let's hydrate them with the Rose Lip Balm. This is another thing that you can use or another product you can use that's completely different from the Dream Lip Mask because you have a solid balm here. This is going to squeeze up in this tube and it's coming out the top. So you can see it's just very different. It's a solid compared to like this really beautiful, rich mask. So I'm going to, this is the best thing. Right after you exfoliate, put on your Rose Lip Balm. It looks like it has a color. It doesn't. It's just clear. It's a really great way to prep. So nothing is ever going to drag on your lips. And I think that the sexiest thing that a mature woman could do is have really beautifully hydrated lips. Like when you see it's all cracked and dry, whatever, it's like, I mean, it really stands out and it really detracts. So I think that's a really important thing to always do is to really pay attention to your lip. And I think that's why I love seeing lip gloss on a mature woman. I just love that, just really fresh look. Oh, you want to know what the lip tape does? You have to check with your doctor because, you know, I think that would be the good thing to say here. This basically is mouth tape. So if you sleep with your mouth open and you're not sleepy, you don't get deep sleep or it's not, I mean, I see it with my Oura Ring. like when I wasn't using mouth tape and then when I started using it. And it's funny because Katie, my assistant, said to me, she said when we were in February, she goes, I'm feeling so much more refreshed because I'm wearing my mouth tape. And I said, what, I stopped wearing mine. I was like, I'm going to start doing it again. So ever since February, I've been wearing it, and I get such deep, restful sleep. I mean, it's just part of my whole, I was really experimenting with it first because I kept seeing it. And then I was like, this makes a difference because I could see my score on my Aura ring. So this is the ones I like. I don't think I have, I tried so many different companies, but I haven't loved every single one. They changed the material, and it's not the same. I like it really thick, not thin. If it's too thin, it feels weird. Like it feels like saran wrap. It's weird. So I have all these like requirements and textures, and I want everything to be like perfect when you're going to invest in adding something to your routine at night and then wearing it all night long. So we are going to now. I have a hydrated lip. You have problems with any of your lipsticks feathering into your fine lines, because that is just the nature of your lips. When you eat all the time, you drink, whatever, you're going to have lines that start like this one right here. I have a line that my lipsticks like to kind of gravitate into. So this is a clear lip liner. It is called Crystal Clear. So you don't see it. It basically creates this like border. So I'm not overly precise. I just like squiggle it on my upper lip here. So I have a nice border. So it's not going to come out. And then also I started experimenting in Vegas because it was so hot. I wanted to see what would happen if I just put it in these, just like I drew on the lines where I feel like possibly my concealer or whatever could get caught in. So it's fabulous because it's a waxy pencil. So it like kind of gives you that border, and it gives you some safety there. So you could do it also here if you felt like, but it's spot treating, like certain special little areas. So Crystal Clear is a great option for you if you're having problems that's frustrating with your lipstick going everywhere. All right, so now I'm going to show you first our lip liners. We have 7 of them, and what, that looked like I had one. Oh, I was like, wait, why does it look like I have so many? I put the eyeliners in there too. All right, so the lightest color we have, and I don't think I've done this on my YouTube with all of my new colors. So they're the same formulation as the eyeliner, and I have all of them here for you to look at. Sometimes it looks a little bit different on different screens and everything. So I just wanted to kind of give you a swatch of what this looks like. So the first one is called Silk. I think I do need to, let's just give it a little sharpen. Perfect. Then also with my sharpener, I did those, that was 2 pencils, right? So we're going to have to dump this out. And sometimes it doesn't dump out. So that's why you have this little thing in the back. Do you see it? Pull it out, and then you can get it out. So there's no way, you don't want to stick your fingers into like the little blade. So I just, get it all out. The toothpick. So then I just remember, don't put it down because you're going to forget where it is. Look how little it is. You just put it right back in, okay? And then you're off to applying your beautiful lip liner. All right, so let's put away the trash. All right, so this is going to be, let me swatch it for you first. This is going to be Silk. So it's natural, has a little bit of a pinky undertone. We can't, you know what, I'm not going to put it on right now because it's going to get dangerous with trying to show you everything. So let's move on to the next color, and that's going to be Rosé All Day. This is what it looks like. Looks like we need a little, we have Rosé All Day. So you have your Silk. Okay. I need like I guess I could do it on my hand. That's a weird swatch. That won't work. We're going to do this. It's fine. We'll go in now with Cameo. And guess what? I have organza for you, which I haven't been showing, but that is Cameo that I wear every day. So that's what it looks like. Silk, rosé all day, Cameo. I'm going to take it a step a little bit darker with organza. That's what it looks like. Go next to Cameo. It's more of a redwood here. So you have the silk, which is over there, rosé all day, Cameo, and then that is organza. It's actually a very pretty color as the lip liner turning into a lipstick. You can use all of my lip liners like that. They are waterproof. And then we have coral, which looks like this. We're going to do a coral here. So you have your classic coral, and then unapologetic is this color. And put it next to, that was coral. This is unapologetic. So you can see you have some really nice range with the colors. So you can do a lot of different things. If you like more pink, if you want more of like that natural undertone with pink, you have the coral, my Cameo every day. It's like a lip color. This is going to take you a little bit in a different direction. Similar, but you can definitely see the difference, coral and unapologetic. The unapologetic is what I wear with my Confidence and with my Fleur. It is going to be your brighter kind of berry that really nicely goes with it. But again, you have to see what really makes you feel good. I mean, you can, people are like, how do you know what colors look good on you? You put them on and then you say to yourself, does this look good? You say to your friend, what do you think about this color? That's where I felt like it was really interesting to find out what colors really make you pop. You can see it. I encourage you to try on a bunch of different solid color, like say sweaters or button down tops, take pictures of yourself and then look at them. Don't look at them in the mirror. Take a picture of yourself like in the mirror, or have someone take a picture of you and then look at yourself. You're going to know what your colors are. I mean, this is the only way I think that you can really do it is trial and error. Like, what does this look like on? What does this look like on? Like when I put on brown now with gray, it's like a total no. When I had more of the caramel brown hair and I put on brown, yeah, it worked. But now I know what like really is working against me. So for instance, like and so when I looked at all these colors being a summer, I just loved all of them. I was like, yes, grays and navies, love navy. My whole closet is becoming navy now. I love these blues. So I can wear yellow, but it's more of like this kind of buttery yellow. But you should see my yellows that I have. I just love them. Lavenders, more of that periwinkle blue. I can go into greens. These are beautiful. So I thought this was a good book to bring out. So to say if I was like, okay, if I was wearing, say like this combo, like what would I do? Like what would be the lip that I would pick? If I was doing something like bright. Sometimes what I really love to do is like I'll match the lip to this if I'm wearing like an outfit that has this in it. I love to pick up the color. This is like rosé all day. This is like pretty smart when we get into the lipsticks. But this is like the coral, which I love. This is like beach house. So I'll pick that out and just really try to, I love the color. So I really encourage you to play with color and try color because you are really missing out if you stay neutral, if you stay with your little, soft pink. We have to punch it up a little bit as we, maybe go to a different hair color, or you feel washed out, or you feel like, what, I just don't feel like I look good. You've got to add color to the face, cheeks, lips. It's very important, in my opinion. So let's go. I showed you all of the different ones. I think that, let me just show you. Let's go through lipsticks because we have quite a few to get through. So I'm going from the lightest to the darkest. I did that with the lip liners. We're going to do this with the lipsticks. Now you have the rose lip balm, which is just a balm to really hydrate the lips and really prep your lips for your lipstick and everything. This is Pretty Smart. the names are color coded also on the bottom of the lipsticks. These are my lipsticks that have all of the roses etched in them. And if you actually have, more than one, they basically create like a mural. They all connect. So it's really pretty. They all go together. Yep, like that. Can you see? Probably not. Nicole, you're putting metal in front of the mirror. But they're a magnetic top too. So I wanted you to have, like, everything's like the ease of not fighting with your product. So this is going to be pretty smart. It's very pretty. It's like a really nice petally pink if you want something that is not too much. You want to stay safe. You want to just have something that really just gives you a little bit of color. Pretty smart. It's very nice. These are high gloss. They're moisturizing. I don't want you to have matte on your lips. There's nothing wrong with matte. I just think that a little bit of like that hydrated look looks a lot better. Just adds to the whole kind of look, the feeling, everything that I want for you. So that's pretty smart. Then we're going to take it up a notch and we're going to go to, and I'll keep it on my hand so you can compare. This is Actually I Can. Actually I Can came from, I was actually at my desk and I don't know what happened, but I was like, you know what? Like, women are told so many things that they can't do as they age, like you're in your 50s, you're 60s, you can't do that, you can't do that, past this, whatever. And I was like, well, actually I can. Like, actually I can do whatever I want. And that's where this came from. And it's funny because I usually am pulling for this color with all of my ladies that are in their 70s on the Fierce Aging series. And it's always like, I'm like, because they're at that stage where they're like, you know what? I actually can do anything I want. And I think that they really have the encouragement and the drive and the vision to do it. So it's funny that I'm always picking this color for them. This is going to be really pretty. You're going to see, so you're going to get more of that. This is, really nice and soft. You got to get a little bit more color with the Actually I Can. I'm sorry that I'm doing my hand, but it's really awkward because I think I can't hold the phone down on like my arm. So that is that. Now we'll go into, this is a new color. This is a new color for me. It's called Aperitif, and it's that mauvey, beautiful berry color. And I knew that this was something that you wanted to. This is something that, why am I doing it like that? We're going to do something. Hold on. This is not working. I feel very weird trying to do that. Hold on. I'm going to do it on my palm of my hand. It makes more sense because I can't twist it like that. Let's just start over so you can actually see. How weird. All right. Let's start again. I'm going to do. Okay. Now that's not going to be good. I'm going to do it on the back of my hand because I want it to be like. Okay. Now here's the Aperitif. I think this is better. Is that better? So Pretty Smart. Actually I Can. And that's Aperitif. So you have that really beautiful berry color. It's really beautiful for fall. You can see what it looks like. I know that you ladies really love this. We're going to do combos with the lip glosses. So it really pulls this out. This Aperitif color, Cocoa 13, looks just dynamite with that. So let's put that here. We'll go into kind of a neutral, which is called Figure It Out. And it's just really a really nice neutral if you're looking for, you like a neutral lip. That's what that is here. It's really pretty. I think it's an underdog, actually, because I don't know how many people really actually have been wearing this. But if you pop it with some of the lip glosses, it's such a beautiful base. You can mix it with Pretty Smart if you're like, oh, you know what? I want a little bit more nude in it. I mean, there's so many options, so many combos. It's like a Rubik's Cube. Like you can do so many different combinations and just really have fun with your lipsticks. I mean, you can make them into so many different things. And that's the whole point. It's like your signature, right? You want to figure out like what really looks good in the combo. And then you have that like go-to. So I always love the go-tos. Like, oh, I know that looks really good. Like I'm wearing black and that's going to be like such a great combo. You want to practice so you know. This is Nick Ray. This is the one that I really love wearing. You can see it's just like my lip, my lip color. So this is going to be right here. It's just really pretty. It's like a rosewood in a way. Just really just my go-to. So that's what I like. So we have Pretty Smart, Actually I Can, Aperitif, Figure It Out, and Nick Ray. That's what we have so far. Then you want to take it a step further. You want a little bit deeper. You're going to go in with 1975. Why 1975? Well, that is the year I was born. That's 1975. That's Nick Ray. So you can see you're going just a step deeper. You're going to get more of that warmth with this. This is a great fall transitional color also. This one here. So nighttime, I usually will wear this if I want something a little bit more, but I'm, kind of staying in this family. I'll go into 1975. And then we have our newest lipstick, which is called Fleur. It's so beautiful. You'll see it a lot of my reels, and I love matching my outfits with this color. It's just, if you don't want that red, you don't want to stay neutral, it's kind of like your navy, if you will. This is such a beautiful color. So I'm going to, right there. Isn't that beautiful? Like that, I always was thinking, I gotta, when I'm on Fierce Aging and I do the Actually I Can, I'm like, I know she can go further though with this. Like I need to pump this color up. Sometimes I'll put upgrade on it. I'll put upgrade on this to brighten it up. But like, I want to take the ladies here. And if you look at the Fierce Aging, you are going to be so in love when you see, like when you put this on, like the face comes alive. It's very beautiful. I love Fleur. Then we're going to go into Beach House. This is going to have, it's going to be more of your, I like to say it like a burnt coral, and it has a little metallic flecks in it. So it's going to give you a little dimension. But you don't see those little metallic flecks. It's just like an added, that is your Beach House. I love this with like all white and then doing like that beautiful coral lip, or doing navies and doing coral, or, depending on if you have a scarf on and you have a little bit of this color, you're pulling it out. It's just gorgeous. So again, to round up, we have Pretty Smart, Actually I Can, going in with Aperitif, staying neutral with Figure It Out. My Everyday is Nick Ray. This is Beach House, a little bit of a burnt coral, Fleur. And then, wait a second, I just missed that. What is this? Oh, it's backwards for me. I'm sorry. Okay, wait, where am I? Okay, so Beach House, okay, Fleur. And then my last color, wait, what happened? This is bad. Hold on a second. 1975, that's what I was missing. I'm sorry. 1975, Fleur and Coral. Backwards for some reason when I'm looking at it like that. That was weird. Let's go with our last color. We're okay. Everybody's okay. This is Confidence. I have to have a lot of confidence coming on here and then doing weird things and then being like, okay, no one's going to remember that. This is a beautiful berry. This is really wonderful. This is going to be your statement lip if you really want to pull that out. And we're going to end it on the end here with Confidence. So these are basically your color palette. We're going from the lightest coming through, pulling you through back here to, I did it right this time, to your darkest color. So you have a lot of really great range. You can mix and match. I'm going to show you also how you're going to be able to use a lip gloss to kind of bring down, if you do want to wear Confidence, but you're like, well, I don't know if I really want to go full, like with that really bright lip, you can bring it down. So I'll teach you a little couple techniques like that. So then, I wanted to just show you, when it comes to, this is Rose All Day. I just wanted to show you on here which lip liners, are going to look nice with the lipstick. So I think that's I do have it on the website too, but this is Rose All Day that I would put with Pretty Smart or Actually I Can. That's really a nice complement to each other. I would do my Cameo for aperitif if you wanted to here. So that's a really nice combo right there. You could do silk if you wanted to do it, figure it out. You wanted that nude lip. Maybe you're doing a 90s lip and you want to have more of that kind of outline. You could do it with the silk. Then going into Nick Ray, I always put it with Cameo, but you can put it with organza. So let me show you those two swatches for you. I'll show you one side here. That is with the Cameo. And then let me do the organza so you can see that too. That's the organza. That is going to be Cameo. This is organza. So that looks nice with Nick Ray also. Fleur is going to be unapologetic. And then I pair it with, I do pair it with Confidence also. So you can use it with Fleur or Confidence. It's perfect. And then of course with the Beach House, we just do the coral. Do the coral there. So you have a lot of different options that you can do. Let me see. You know, it's like a nice, just bringing you in and then taking you to the more dramatic colors here. So there's a lot of great options for you. Just depends on what you really like to do. Maybe you're just a gloss. Maybe you love using your lip liner as your lipstick. So many different things you can do. You got to get a little creative. Figure out what combos are really nice. These lip liners will stay on my, they're going to take a while to take off because they're waterproof, which is great for you. So let's do a little swatch session for, hold on, let me try to take off the rest of this. You're not going to be able to see with this on. Okay. Now, so my hand's a little red. We have 7. I can't hold them all at one time, but we have 7 lip glosses that are really versatile. And I'm going to show you that we have these 5 have little flecks in them. Like they have that really beautiful like metallics just to give them a little extra. It is not glitter. It's nothing like that. They're just really beautiful. Gives it that dimension. So they're just not opaque. I do have 2 that don't have that in there. So you're going to have New Beauty, which is really nice. And this is Good Vibes. So no sparkles, no nothing. This is just really just a gloss. This is a really, really beautiful one too. Great one to mix in with a bunch of your different lipsticks. You'll be surprised too with some of the combos that you do. You're like, wait, I never thought that would actually really look good, but it looks amazing. This is going from the lightest Champs. This is going to be like champagne, like the champagne topper. Some of these you probably won't even be able to kind of really see. That's like the champagne topper on all of my lipsticks. It just looks beautiful, giving you a little bit of that pink sheen. I'm going to start where I did before on my hands so we can see them like normal. Okay. Next up is Manifest and Glow. I think this is a great base, and then you put on your lipstick because it's going to basically kind of dilute your lipstick, or use this on every single lipstick you have. This paired with Confidence is like my go-to. If I'm going out at night, I'm wearing all black, I want to really have a really beautiful lip, but I love this over it. It just makes it like just a tiny bit like softer, but like really pretty. So that's a really great combo. So I'm going to show you, probably won't be able to see this as much. That's the Manifest and Glow, because you can see a little bit of the gold minus my pigmentation here. It could be distracting you. The gold's beautiful. Then we're going to go into Cocoa 13, one of my favorites. This is really a gorgeous color. Give you a little bit more of a, this is what it looks like. And then that's it. Oh, it's dynamite. This mixed in with any of your pinks, Nick Ray. This is what I always put over Nick Ray if I'm not doing Manifest and Glow. Then we have the Good Vibes. This is going to be your neutral. This is what it looks like. You can see there's no like little pearls. It's really gorgeous. Look. But you know, it's funny because you think it looks like it's very pigmented, but when it goes on, it's just really beautiful. Like it just gives you that hint of being just like neutral. I have actually been asked when I've been wearing this the last couple of weeks, I get questions all the time on Instagram, like, what are you wearing? And it's funny because until you start bringing them out, you really don't know the power and how beautiful they are. Can't overlook them. Then we have the New Beauty. It's like like an apricot. It's really pretty. That's a really nice one. I think that a lot of the ladies don't know how beautiful this is because you don't really, you're kind of thinking, oh, I don't know. It really looks pretty. It's a really great combo piece to do. Like this in 1975, you're going to get some really cool colors, plus your lip color in there. And this is called Defiance. This has like those little gold flecks in it. You see, you can see them. This is really beautiful over Beach House, of course, or by itself. It's like a popsicle. Really pretty. But see how it's not super opaque. It's not over the top. It's a nice color that you could easily, go into wearing navies, wearing whites, wearing blacks, and then upgrade. This is beautiful over floor. This is how I was pumping up those Pretty Smart, and actually I can for the ladies, because I was like, this is the color I want. So you have a really beautiful range taking you from these light ones here that are really kind of like your toppers, if you will, or your bases, and then taking you in just not over the top, but giving you enough range. Hello, we are not doing boring colors. You need color in your face. I want you to be excited when you're putting on your lip glosses and feeling really good. And it's like, oh, it brings so much color to my face. This is wonderful. So those are your options. And there's so many different combos that you can do. We obviously couldn't do them all tonight, but I'm going to show you the lipsticks on so you can get an idea what they look like on. It's very different when you swatch it on your hand. I want you to be able to see like in like real time what it looks like. And we're just going to do one. I'm going to just use Cameo on all of them. So we're just really looking at the color, and we're going to go in the same exact order that we did. So you could always rewatch this again if you want to. It's going to be always on my website. So the recordings just go on the website. You can always refer back to them, which I think is really great. So I could do silk too, but you know what? Let's do just a little lining the lip. Now, we've prepped it with the crystal clear. That's a very big tip for a lot of you ladies that have the lines like I do with that one that I started having a little bit of an issue with. And what you're wanting to do when you line your lips. Now, I'm not a big believer in overlining your lips, but I do know as we age that we start losing that lip vermilion, or we might have like a white line around our lips. Like it's very frustrating. So I do like to make the top lip just a little bit bigger by just connecting the Cupid's bow. For some reason, it really triggers a lot of people because I've done a lot of videos on this technique and people really are passionate about their Cupid's bow. So if you're one of those ladies, then you don't do this. You just keep peeking them out and loving your Cupid's bow and whatever. I just think it's really funny. But when I was doing makeup in my studio, my clients would come in and request this technique. They're like, can you please do your technique on my lips? I had to, I was always doing makeup for events or whatever. So I think it's really funny that I never thought that anyone would really have these really passionate feelings about their Cupid's bow, but they do. So what I do is I like to, and what's nice is that when that crystal clear borders on, it almost feels like there's like a little lift. I feel like it's like a bra. I'm just going to go up here. See, I just lift it. I'm just lifting my lip a little bit. Can't really see that over there here. But be careful with how much moisture is on your lip though, because you don't want to have your lips too hydrated where you feel like you're slipping and sliding. That's my one tip. You want them hydrated, but not where everything is slipping and sliding. So again, you're going to get a really nice application because it's smooth and it's soft and you can see how much pigment comes out. I mean, this basically can turn into a lipstick right now. We can just gloss it over and say we're done, but this is just going to stay on my lips like this, going in with Pretty Smart, the lightest color. So you can see, I probably should have just put it on with no lip liner. I think you can get the idea though, the color, right? You want to see without the lip liner and just this. Yes, Karen, you put on the clear before you put on your other liner on. The clear lip liner is like your bra, okay? So you put your bra on before you put your fabulous evening cocktail dress on. Your crystal clear goes on first. You're creating this kind of like safety net. So then when you put your lip liner on over it, it's staying there. It's staying right there. You're not, it's not going to start migrating up. Okay. I'll answer because some of these will take a little bit longer to answer, but I want to get through just the swatches because I always think I have so much time and then I don't, because then we're like, oh my gosh, it's 2 minutes. And then I'm like trying to get done. This is Pretty Smart. Very like just really nice and neutral. You want a nice little soft petally pink. This is your color. All right. So I'm going to just see if like, I'm not going to put a lip liner on. I'm going to just go with nothing. And I'm going to take my foundation buffing brush, neutralize out my lips. So we get like a true color. All right. Actually, I can. Coming up. This is the one that I like to put on the ladies. So you can see it punches up the color just a little bit. Now, if you're in between and you're like, well, I don't know if I want that much color, Nicole, you can mix the two together. So you're getting just a little bit more Pretty Smart. But it's not going to be like if you're going all the way to actually I can. Might sound silly, but a lot of ladies, you're starting off. Maybe you haven't been wearing lipstick in 20 years and you're not wanting to go all crazy. You can start small, and then if you want to add a little color, like you can start adding, and then this is your signature lip, or maybe, this is just going to stay your signature lip, the Actually I Can. Or you do Actually I Can, like we did, and then you're like, well, maybe I can just do a little bit here. It kind of makes me feel happy if I go here. Or the opposite way around, you put on Pretty Smart and then you do a little bit darker here. It's actually trending on TikTok doing that because it creates like a hole right here, which creates like you got lip filler, because they do their lip filler and then it turns into like they have this kind of separation there. Just a little trick, just a little color theory trick. Now we're going to go into our aperitif. This is actually, I was wearing this the other day for a video, which is coming out, and I matched my sweater to it. And it just really all went together. It was so beautiful. That's what's so really nice about your lipstick. It's an accessory. It's going to really pull your whole look together. It's going to pull your whole outfit together. Do not underestimate the power of a lipstick. It is so wonderful. There are so many quotes from so many of the women, that actresses, or what they're saying, they'll tell you what lipstick, champagne, and something else. That's very powerful. Aperitif, nice berry. Put this on. So if I wasn't wearing the black and I had on the same color lip. I really like it. It's really pretty. It's just a little bit different. It's not too purple. It's not too like, wait, this is not looking very natural. And then let me just do it now because I think it's important for you to see the Cocoa 13 over it. So this is pretty because you do have a little the hydration on your lips. Remember, I haven't lined my lips, so they're not perfect, but putting the Cocoa 13 over, you get a really beautiful, just pretty. This looks so pretty with aperitif. Now that's a beautiful signature lip. This could be your go-to, your everyday, like you feel really good. It can transition into evening very easily, but not looking like over the top, right? Like it's not like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? It doesn't look very, little much. This is a really great lip if you're wanting to try something a little bit darker, but kind of staying safe. And I feel like, let me get another towel. I feel like I'm a little afraid to keep using this essential oil on my lip. My lips always take a beating when I do these. Okay, let's take it down. We're going to now go back, make sure. There's really nothing on my brush, but I'll wash it after because I know it's going to get a little bit of lipstick, but I want to neutralize out. So we're starting from scratch. Now we did aperitif. All right. We're going to go into figure it out. Now, this is very nude for me. You know, I need color, but if you are a nude lip kind of gal, it's a beautiful nude. Not too brown, not too, like I just did concealer lips, which are back too, by the way. So if you remember that from the 90s. So this is Figure It Out. So it's a really nice, can cut all your different colors if you want to, but I actually like this. I actually wore this with the Tom Ford vintage leather skirt set. And I did like smoky eyes and I just did this lip. And it was funny because everybody's like, where's the red lip? I'm like, no, I couldn't do the red lip because the whole vibe was like total. It was going to be, that would have been too much. Like, I just wanted it to be much, like eyes, and then like neutral lip. And I think I slicked my hair back. I put a lot of gel in it. So I was really feeling the 90s vibe in the closet for that reel. So this is really beautiful. Just if you wanted to really concentrate on your eyes, you didn't want your lips to do all of the talking, I'm going to put a little good vibes over it so you can see the combo. It gives it a little bit more richness. So you have a really nice, it's like a beautiful, just neutral lip. So this is a great base if you're kind of like, oh, I'm doing a smoky eye, or I'm really getting back into smoky eye, slicking my hair back, and I want like a neutral lip. You could do that. Now, again, remember it's semi-matte. It's not semi-matte or matte. So you're going to get a little bit of that sheen. So if you are going for more of that, look from the 90s, you just have to keep that in consideration. But maybe you love a little bit of that moisture and that kind of like radiance looking to your lips and not doing that. It's a little bit of a twist on it. I like it like this. I don't feel like I look good with matte lips. So we're going to move on to the color that I usually wear all the time. It's an easy go-to. It is my Nick Ray. Okay, there we go. This is what it looks like. I usually pair it with Cameo, and that is my lip liner. So the Cameo and then the Nick Ray. And then recently I've been putting the Good Vibes over it just for something different. Like if I want like more low key, I'll do this combo. And if I want to do my classic style, I'll do it the Cocoa 13. That's what if I really want to like add some color to it. Now, if I just want to kind of give a little gloss, a little bit of personality, I'll go in with the Manifest and Glow. So it just depends on really how I'm feeling, what I'm wearing, where I'm going. So the Nick Ray, that's my Nick Ray. So again, it's just like a really pretty, easy, no brainer. You don't have to think too much about it. And then let me ask you, do you want me to show you the Good Vibes over it, the Cocoa 13, or the Manifest and Glow? What combo do you want to see? Let's see what you want to do. Can you put Manifest with Nick Ray? Absolutely. That would be this. I was like, I just saw my name. It was really interesting. Cocoa 13, Manifest, Cocoa 13, Manifest. Okay, we're on this. Every other one is Cocoa and then Manifest. So I'm like, I'm on to something. And then it's like, no, we're now Manifest. All right, so, okay, I'll do with the Cocoa 13. So you can see. You've seen this a lot though, because this is what I wear. This is like my lip. Cocoa 13. You don't even have to ask what I'm wearing on Fierce Aging. I always wear the same thing. I think I was wearing Fleur one day, but you would have known. But if I'm like neutral, it is Nick Ray with the Cocoa 13. Now, I did want to tell you that I have a lipstick. We sold out of the lipstick. We have the lip gloss collection. So you open it up like this. I did a whole campaign. This whole pattern inspiration was from this dress that I have on here. It's a Carolina Herrera dress that I like absolutely am obsessed with. And so I built a whole like product out of this. So this is all of your lip glosses together. So this is something that's really a great gift thinking. It is discounted. It's a bundle. We consider it a bundle. So it is on sale. It's something that you can take advantage of. Really beautiful gift though. If you wanted to have something that was very feminine, full collection, maybe for yourself, that's a really great way. If you can't decide, then at least you get to try all of them. And it comes discounted in a little beautiful rose, our rose pattern. I think it's so beautiful. So this is my everyday lip, very classic, very easy. Let's go into the 1975. So we're going to go a little deeper. This is going to be nice if I would be wearing the same makeup like this. And then this is the perfect eye, the Strong Brew dark chocolate with a 1975. I think it's very, just really, I love this to be more evening. And you know what? My lips aren't actually feeling terrible because it's so beautifully like soft and cream. And you could see how nice like that sheen. So it's comfortable on my lips. I don't feel like, I'm killing them. I thought with that essential oil pad I would be. But this is 1975. So you can see it's going to take you down just a little bit deeper. Now, what's really pretty with this is if you did a little Manifest and Glow, put this over. And you know what? This little wand, you can just wipe off that when you get a little bit of lipstick on this. This little wand it's soft. So it's kind of has a little bend to it. And you'll notice that it flips up. See how it comes up a little bit? I wanted it to be comfortable when you put it on. Like I wanted it to hug your lip and not be some big doe foot where you were like, you're all the way outside of the lines already because it's just too big. So I wanted you to be able to go to the peaks and then come down so you can use the tip. And then you have this really comfortable, wand, but you don't have this huge wand that's like, taking up your whole entire face. I mean, it sounds silly, but they do. So this is 1975 with a little Manifest and Glow. It's very pretty. If I put my hair back, I could do that. This little thing in my ear. But it's very classic. It's not staying too neutral. It's not in the pinks. It's really like this beautiful warm color. I think it really looks nice. I love Nick Ray day. I go to 1975 at night, depending on what I'm wearing. I just think it's a really great option to be able to just bump it up just a tad. All right, now we're getting into the more dramatic. We did 1975, okay. Taking this off. Now we're gonna go into Floor. This is my newest shade, launched last month. Floor, flower, gorgeous rose. So I have to be a little bit more precise with this. So I can't rely on that mirror. I'm going to go here. Now, I'll line it after so you can see. It's another little tip you can do. You can line your lip after you do your lipstick. Let's go on the safe side. You know why? Because I'm going to take the concealer brush and I'm going to just pull it out, and I'm going to utilize this because I think it's going to be easier with not being able to see with this bright light so well in this little mirror. So let's just use it. You get a really precise application with this. It's wonderful, especially like the border. It's almost like your lip liner. Now I think I can go in with I needed the skeleton to be able to do that correctly. Let's try this a little bit closer. I would take your time too when you're doing your lips. I would never rush a darker color. You know, I think that's something that I have seen. If I am rushing, that's not good. I want to get all these little areas. So that's why the brush comes in handy, because you can go here and get everything. I see for all my Cupid's bow, I almost said widow's peak. For all my Cupid's bow lady lovers, there you go. I did the peaks. I didn't make them with my little lip lift. So we're wearing, let's put back the hair with the black top, with the floor. Oh, let's put on some earrings. So we could do silver if we wanted to. We could do gold, depending on. I mean, I think it depends. Depends on what you're wearing. You could do either or if you wanted to. For some reason, I like to break it up because the silver in my hair, it kind of gets to be like, I feel like, I don't know, need a little contrast. Oh, need a little contrast. I've had a hard time. I always feel like they're in. Have you ever had an earring that you put on? This is the weirdest thing. Have you ever had an earring that you put on and it's on? You think it's on. And then like halfway through the day, it like just comes off and it was never in the hole. That has happened to me. And I'm like, how did it hang on like half the day? And then it was never even on. It's so weird. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody else, but it's happened to me. These earrings are not heavy. No, Linda, they're very light. I don't love heavy earrings. I don't wear any heavy earrings. I will not put myself through that. So these are very light, and these also, they don't feel heavy at all. They don't feel cheap, but they don't feel heavy, which I love because you don't even know you're wearing them. So this is Floor. I just think it's just, if you don't want to do a red, you want to just really, feel the power of a color, but not being over the top. Now, I love, this is what you can put Manifest and Glow over if you want to. You could put Champs too if you wanted to. I like to do Upgrade because it matches like perfectly. And I get beautiful. I did this lip with that Oscar de la Renta dress. It was a beautiful, like pink and green um, formal dress, and I had an Oscar de la Renta clutch that was the same color. So it really, like, the clutch and the lip picked it up. It was fabulous, and this is why I'm talking about it being an accessory. So view your lipstick as an accessory. View your combo, your signature lip, the lip that you come up with as your accessory, as your, okay, this is what, when you look at your outfits, or you're going to an event, or you're going out for the evening, or you're going out for the day, you should be saying to yourself, what's going to pop this outfit with my makeup? Like, what lip do I need to wear? That's what you should be thinking, because it's an oversight if you get dressed and you do all of the things and you're accessorizing. You maybe have a scarf on, or you have different colors, maybe you have a certain really cool bag, and you're missing out with your makeup. That is my advice to you, is to get serious about how are you going to make all your hard work pop, right? You've done your eyes, you've done all of this stuff. And then if you just didn't do anything, you just kind of left it off, I think you're really missing out on a really powerful look. Lipstick is quite powerful, whether you're wearing a pink, a nude, or it's really a self-expression. So this was the floor. I'm just so thrilled about it. I know you ladies are too. I see all of your comments. It really makes me so happy, because it was, I just, as an artist, I always was like itching for that next level. And I was like, I know the ladies can do it. And this is another thing I'm going to show you. If you want to, maybe you haven't worn a red or a darker lip, or maybe this is like, whoa, I would never do that. You know what? I just don't like hearing, because I listened to clients for over 20 years. So I can say, I really don't like hearing, I can't wear that, or I can't do that. Well, actually, you can. That's where actually I can plays in. No, actually you can. Now, if you put it on and you don't like it, and it doesn't make you feel good, and you don't feel like really empowered, or, this is really my best look, then don't wear it. But saying you can't do something when you've never tried it, that would happen a lot with women. Oh, I would go gray if I had your hair. I would look terrible. Have you tried it yet? No, I just know. You don't. And listen, it's actually quite fun, because you always have the choice to dye it back. You don't have to be stuck with it. So if you haven't tried it, you can't say it doesn't look good. I mean, you might think so. Listen, did I think that I was going to be able to pull off gray hair? No, I would have never known, unless I basically just took the plunge and said, well, we'll just see what happens. My life was so wild at the time anyway, with all the IVF, and I thought, why not just add this to the pot? So that's what I did. I just I didn't know. And then I thought, you know what? I think I liked the fact that I wasn't sitting in a chair for 2 hours, like burning my hairline, which was what happened. I just was like, I'm kind of happy, because so it might be gray and wild and crazy. And I did not have to sit there with burning chemicals on my head. It just wasn't really working. I think it all worked out at the right time, because it wasn't working for me anymore. So now we're back to neutral. Let's go in with Beach House, our beautiful, like, burnt coral with that little bit of metallic fleck. I'm going to do it just from the bullet so we can get to the really beautiful color of Confidence. I'm going to tell you what this one really looks beautiful with is Creme Brulee. I did have it up here. I think I put it away. Creme Brulee is our hybrid bronzer. No, maybe it is here. Nope. It's our hybrid bronzer. This is like when you make that really golden, beautiful makeup look. Use the strong brew. Do the dark chocolate. Use Lay Bottled Blonde if you want to. That's another eyeshadow palette, but that's going to be more of the sheen. So that's really pretty. Warm up the skin, and then have this really beautiful burnt coral. I love the coral. I just think it looks really beautiful. I think that it's something a little bit different. If you can't wear a warm color, like, I really shouldn't be wearing a warm color, right? Do we have orange? Oh, you know, we have like more of a reddish orange. Let's look. Let's see. This is more of a poppy. But let's see if there's an orange in here. I don't think so. I think that's a closest. It's called coral red, but I feel like it has more pink to it. But this with like a beautiful scarf, as I usually wear as a top, or I mean, you can. This can go with so many different things. I would just really say with like blacks, whites, navies, creams. I wouldn't obviously get involved in like different colors that kind of would compete. I don't love competing. I loved like that the standout lip. So you want to think about that. This is a really great trick too. So I'll take my coral. I didn't line my lips, so afterwards this might work better for you. That you can go back and say, okay, I need to really structure out here. And then I want to really make sure I get the sides. So take the lip liner, come and just make it perfect. Like really, it's really giving that shape to your lip. See, it's much more defined. Just like that. Now, that's a lot more defined, but that's a way to really structure out the lips after you put the lipstick on. Now, what I could do is, could I do a little defiance? Yes, I could actually. This is really beautiful. Over. It's gonna just give it a little bit of a lighter look. Maybe I'll just go up here. I don't need the whole thing. And then I got a little bit of gloss. No, I don't want this to wash me out. And we have the gold, which works perfectly. I just really think like I like putting beach house on and like kind of feeling like let's bronze up the skin. Let's kind of just think tropical, just really pretty, like really healthy. That's what I really like this lip for. All right, now we'll go into my confidence. We'll line it first with the unapologetic, so it'll all come together because this is a dark color. You do need to line the lip. Let's do this. I feel like I'm getting lots of little hair on my lips from that little towel, disposable towel. All right. Any questions while I take this off? Jan, don't be scared. Join Beauty Reinvented. You shouldn't be as scared about going gray. Well, you know what? I was too, but I have a book too that I wrote, Beauty Reinvented, and it gives you, it's a little bit of a kick in the pants to say, okay, I'm either in or am I out? You're either in or you're out, and it's okay. You can't play on the fence though, so you got to go full bore right into it. And if you hate it and you've given yourself a chance, then do what you want to do. But be proud of yourself that you tried it and you overcame being afraid. Because the ladies on Beauty Reinvented on my private Facebook group all share the same thing. They've all been through it. I mean, we have ladies cutting their hair like a pixie, which I love. It looks beautiful. They just cut it all off and they say, I'm going for it. And then they've never looked back. I mean, it's great. Lots of great, great supportive stories. So check it out and really get inspired. Janet, you missed cocktail party. It was a rosy red cocktail party. That's an oldie, Janet. You're going way back. Cocktail party. I even forgot that we had cocktail party. Mary said she was so happy she stopped dyeing her hair. This is great. Yes, that's what I see that. And I do see some ladies that are like, it really wasn't for me. No biggie. It's okay. It's a personal choice. Should we change the earring to the silver? Do you want to see what the silver with the red lip? What do you think? Should I? Oh, thanks, Janet. I'm glad during the pandemic you went gray. I'm glad I inspired you. That's great. Linda said yes. Diane said yes. All right, we're changing the earrings. We're going to change them. I have 15 minutes left. Why does it go by so fast? Do we have any questions on Instagram? My Instagram family over there. What are you guys doing over there? You're so quiet. Yes. I was wondering if anyone was going to say anything about my manicure. Yes, I'm still doing Martian manicures. I've been doing them since February. And I know everybody flipped out when I said I was going to be doing that, but I have to tell you, I found the most amazing place. It's the best that I've ever received. My nails have never looked better. I did something a little bit different though this time. You tell they're not, I didn't do I just wanted to see. I did ombre. This is my fall manicure. I was like, I can't do a color. I'm so used to right now not seeing any color. I take pictures of my hands so much. I'm like, you know what? Let's do a fall manicure. It's my ombre. Yes, I would say that confidence does have a blue undertone to it. You'll see that when I put this on. It's really nice. I didn't want you to have something that was like, oh, it's too much, or it's too deep, or it's too just, or it's, just way too bright. I was trying to really hit a nice happy medium for us to have something that we really felt confident in, made a statement, is kind of like your, special lip, or maybe you always wear red lip. I mean, it's very personal. I mean, this is going to be something that you're going to have to experiment with and see if you like a red lip on yourself. I think a lot of women pass up wearing a red lip because they feel like they've hit an age where they can't be doing that. And I don't think that's true. I'm going to line my lip. I am going to smudge it up a little bit because I don't love a darker lip where it's all like looking too perfect. If that makes sense, like too peaky, and like I don't want that. I want it to be like a little softer. Now another trick I do is, because my lip's a little uneven, I start in the middle like this. So I anchor it and then I go up. I try to cheat a little bit so I'm not like widening my mouth. So you can see, like, I try to cheat it a little bit. Not that it's like super obvious, but I don't want to drag it out. I want it to come up. And you can smudge out a little bit if you want to. It's fine. You don't need to, because it's going to mix in with your lipstick. Also, if you want to use Unapologetic as your whole lipstick, you can do that and throw over Manifest and Glow. It's really up to you. All right, so we're going to take, this does have, I think, a little dimension in it with Flex. So you notice like I stay in the center here, like to really kind of get the lip so I can move that product just to the end here. More in the center, less at the end. Let's take just because I'm doing this on camera and I can't stick my face right into the mirror so you can see, I'm going to just wipe off the lip brush from the last floor color we used. And then let's just go into the bullet so we can get that end. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to pop in and look a second while I do this. You can put, Catherine, if your lipstick is affected by your underlying lip color, yes, you can. You could use very lightly the eye primer. Basically, we had it as an eye lip primer. You can use this. We named it like that, but I wanted to keep it as eye primer when I reformulated on the back. But you can use a little bit of this, just like I did with my buffing brush. And then I usually will do my whole face, and then if I need to just like neutralize out my lip, I'll just use this. Obviously, I'm not doing it over and over and over again like I did tonight, because I'm doing my little, I wanted to show you all the different colors. But yes, that's a great way to get that's why we do the eye primer for the eyelids. That underlying pigmentation mixes in with your eyeshadow. So then it turns into two colors. So the same thing with the lip. neutralize it out first, do your liner, put on your lipstick, and you should see a difference. All right, let's see. What is my opinion about lip plumpers? Would you create one for the fierce aging ladies? The lip, I don't know, because I've been trying a lot that have been sent to me recently. I don't particularly love burning lips. Like that's the one thing that I really see. It creates all of this kind of blood flow, and then I haven't found anything that I really loved and I really felt like did like anything. It's very, obviously temporary. I have to look over time using a lip plumper. Does it have, the ingredients that it needs to? Hyaluronic acid, all of the things. I don't know. I have to do a focus group on if that's something that you would really want. But I just haven't found, I've years and years and years of testing them. I just never have found one that I'm like, this is amazing. So I haven't really been sold on it. The ladies are saying that there's some, Strivectin has one. I don't know who else, if you have tried anybody else. All right, so this is going to be your classic red. Just really pretty. I like this too. I mean, this is really great when you don't really want to put on any makeup. Maybe you just do a couple concealer spots on your face, kind of blend it out, and then do a red lip, put on big glasses, and do your shopping, do whatever you want to do. I mean, it's very striking. It's very much of a statement. You can also go back in with your concealer if you want to and really crisp up the lines depending on what's going on. I think that a really pretty color over the Confidence is Manifest and Glow. A really beautiful Christmas lip. It looks really pretty, like with the green and the green with the red and the gold. And then let's wipe it off. It's just really, just kind of like the mood, right? We're all black, a really pretty red lip, a little bit of that gold on top gives it a little something. This is a signature lip. I mean, this is definitely a signature lip for me. Gold and the red. I think that it's just, confidence and manifest and glow. How can you go wrong? How can you go wrong with manifesting and glowing everything that you want to have happen in your life, and then you walk through it with confidence? And just really a really nice way to add that accessory to your outfit. Or this, you could be wearing the most boring outfit and you put on the red lip and it looks incredible. You've just up leveled it by 10 notches. So that is really the lipstick collection, the lip liner collection, and the lip gloss collection. Lots of different combos to do, lots of fun things to be able to create and to be able to add to your wardrobe. You should have a lipstick collection. I think that, just like you have a fragrance collection or a fragrance wardrobe, a lipstick wardrobe, you should really be having those. Okay, this is a great color for day. Okay, this is my go out lipstick color. Just looks phenomenal with everything. I want you to feel really comfortable and confident, because I feel like the lips are really an important aspect. Of course, everything is really important, the skin, the eyes, but I just think that you can do so much and express so much with color on your lips. And I think it's a really, fabulous time for mature women to kind of start experimenting with different things and not do the same thing you've done for the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's time to kind of break out and really be excited about a new look. And it could be as simple as, I'm actually doing mascara now, and I'm doing a lip balm, or I'm doing a lip color, or I'm doing a lip gloss. That's really, I feel, very important. I think it lifts your mood. I think that it just makes you feel a little bit more pulled together. So let me think about how I can answer any of your questions that have come through when it comes to lips. I have beautiful lips, but what about the advice for thin lips? Okay, Leslie, thin lips. I have shown on my Fierce Aging, because everybody has different lip sizes and shapes and everything. I like to, I will, just like I did, let me get my unapologetic. So I have fuller lips, and when I'm doing the women that have thinner lips on my channel, I always want to build up the lip. I never overline it where it looks like I've just gone over the lip for a million. It looks ridiculous. I don't do that. What I do is I strategically try to cheat and create a fuller lip for them. So that's what I do. I will follow the lip line, and then when I come up to kind of around this point and this point, I start to kind of build a little bit. You can't tell. It's just that I'm giving them more of that pout, trying to make their lip look fuller. And then down here, I'm going to cheat just a little bit. And it depends too. You want to, if say you're using, an everyday lip, I would say Cameo or Organza is really great because you want to create shadowing. So you want to create like it looks like you have, your lips not really ending right there. You're shadowing it underneath with that lip liner. So there are techniques, but you still want it to look natural. You don't want it to look like, like what happened? What did you just do? So that's how I do it. The longwear, Jeannie, the longwear lipstick, I don't really love the ingredients that have to go into that. And I feel like it really dries out the lip. So I'm not a big fan of long lasting lipsticks. I've tried them a lot. I don't love lots of stains and things like that. I don't want things lasting like that. That's just me. Okay. Ria, you said this color, the last one, not bleed into the napkin. No, this is a semi gloss. Like you're going to definitely, this will go on this is not a long lasting stain resistant. No, so you don't want to blot your lips on a white napkin. Okay, so a question came through about if I'm out to dinner, do I reapply my lipstick after eating? So that would depend on what it looked like. But if I did want to, I would go. I mean, I'm just saying this. I would go to the restroom and I would look and I would think, okay, let me add like a little bit more, or I might just do a gloss because I have enough pigment there. I just might do a little bit of a gloss. Linda, what are the coolest of your pencils and lipsticks? Coolest. Okay, so I would say Silk is going to be more cool in the sense that it has more of a pink undertone. If you're wanting something neutral. Cool, you would go Rose all day. You have a really pretty pink. Oh my gosh, I only have a minute left. Oh my gosh, you would have a really pretty pink with the Rose all day. This is crazy. I have less than 2 minutes, ladies. I have to wrap it up. See, this is good. I would continue to talk to you for the entire night. We would have a lock-in. If you ever remember, anyone remember those, where you stay up all night and you just talk forever. Okay, real quick, what serum works on crepey eyelids and bone? I mentioned this before, Linda. Dr. Perricone eyelid lift serum. This is great. That will help with your eyes, hydration, and getting you not to have just, the look of the crepiness. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this, ladies. Sorry, I didn't realize that there was only a minute and 14 seconds left. I'm trying to, we talk beauty and then it kind of goes off the rails and we could talk forever. And I just wanted you to really have a really useful video on my website going through the lip liners, the lipsticks, and the lip glosses. Lots of combos, very nice, silky and smooth. The lip liners, just like the eyeliners. And don't forget, we have the little set here, which is great. If you don't know what color, these are all of your lip glosses in here. Little keepsake also that you can have. It's on, it's discounted as a bundle. So these are your lipsticks, your collection. Have fun with it. Try different things. Watch the series on YouTube, Fierce Aging, so you can see all the different ladies in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s with all these different colors on. So I will see you next week. I will be in New York and we have a fun live for you. So tune in on Wednesday. Until then, have a great week, ladies.